All right, everyone. We have Tim Bresnan here, the perfect man to talk on Devin versus Levan because he is on a very short list of people who has pulled both of them in super matches. So, first, Tim, how's it going?
Not too bad, brother. Not too bad at all. Good to see you
Good.
again.
Yeah, likewise. Are you excited for Saturday?
What, practice?
Yeah,
Always
exactly.
excited for
There's something else
practice.
going on. Yeah. So, well, we're here to talk about the big match.
Yep.
Because you've pulled Levon in 2019, right at the top eight. You
Yep.
had a super match,
Well,
and
I kind of pulled him
hey, I saw a few slowdowns there. Don't sell
a
yourself
little
short.
bit.
And then you've pulled Devin a few times. I can think of Vegas at Arm Wars. I think the MLA back when that was a thing.
Yep.
Let's start there. Can you take us through your history with Devin?
I pulled Devin in my novice year in Canada,
Oh,
and he
really?
smoked me.
What was the context for that? What were you
It
doing up in
was
Canada?
well, I was tearing up down here. I
Yeah.
was, and so all the top guys saw me, and then they all wanted to pull me.
Huh.
I all got invites for all these guys. So the worst I did up till I pulled Devin was I took second place to Travis
Okay.
in nationals. That was the year I beat John at the USAA,
Right.
and I went up to Canada. Had no idea how to handle a dead load.
Yeah.
I got my ass handed to me
Yeah. They do it
badly.
different.
Well,
Um,
I had to learn it. I mean, I had to learn the dead load. It's a dead load's it's a way different thing than loading up and putting
yep.
everything into it.
Yeah.
You got to hit everything right on the button.
Yeah. For those listening who might not know what that means, dead load is during the setup. There's no force, right? Your arm is
Nothing,
straight. You pay strict adherence to the
nothing.
ref. There's nothing,
Yep,
and then on go, it's 0 to 100, as opposed
yep,
to a more loose style where there's jockeying for position. There's a lot of
yep,
force going through, and then the go is kind of just now you can go sideways more.
yep. And
Um,
yeah, the next time I pulled Devin, I believe, was in Toronto when we
okay.
had the MLA match.
Yep.
But they all say that he wasn't his top self. When I hear now,
Yeah.
he was, but kind of not hard to make that argument when the guy was number one in the world.
Yeah.
How can you not be at the top of your game when you're number one in the
Yeah.
world?
What year was that? That was
Oof,
late 2000s.
2010 maybe
Yeah. Okay.
2011.
Right. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
Devin's prime. Well, although Devin
Yeah.
does say now he's better than ever, but
Well, he
okay.
said, I mean, I see it. He's never been like, I made comment years ago that Devin's never been the strongest man in the world,
Yeah.
but his style is, he has a very, very adaptable style.
Yep.
I mean, he a lot of his matches, if you notice, a lot of his tournament is super match. He loses the first match
Yeah.
almost always.
Not uncommon. Yeah.
Then he comes back and totally changes up.
Yeah.
Um, he's very adaptable. He's very smart. He he's just a very technical puller.
Right.
Now with all that extra weight, I don't know. I've never pulled him at 300 pounds.
Yeah. So they just weighed in, I believe, today, and Devin was
290 something. It was 294.
130 kilograms. So yeah, somewhere I think 280 something
I
ish.
saw it in pounds. I think it was 294 in
Was it
pounds.
really?
Yeah,
Okay. That's more than I thought. But and then Levon was 396, I believe.
yeah. He was just shy of 400. He must
Yeah,
have dropped a
so
little bit of weight.
100 pounds on Devin. Yeah, this is a new Devin. He took us through his measurements. His biceps are bigger, which they've never really broken 18. Forearms bigger. I mean, I don't know if it's just bloat, water weight, or if that's just pure functional strength.
You got to remember though, with an arm that long, 18 inches for 3 feet. It's
Yeah,
a lot of muscle. That's a lot of bicep.
yeah, that's a really good point. People need to remember.
He's got very long arms.
Right, even for someone 6'5", he's got long arms.
Yeah.
Okay, and so when was your Vegas match with Devin?
I had a Vegas match with Devin.
Arm Wars, Vegas. Yeah.
Oh yes, I did. That was
Tim. How do I know this?
Yeah.
You know, come on.
Well, that was we did a tournament style
Yeah.
super matches. So I pulled Travis first. I beat Travis 6-0.
Yep.
That was oh god, I'm gonna tell you when that was. That was
2011, I feel like.
yeah, maybe.
Armwars Vegas.
We were supposed to have it at the Voodoo Lounge, and something happened with the permits. It was right
Yeah.
after after 9/11.
Yep.
There was some stuff with foreigners coming in and doing tournaments or
Right.
doing any kind of sporting events. They had to have special permits, and Neil didn't get that permit, so
Okay.
it was supposed to be canceled. But then he found out we could do it in a private home without the permit.
Right.
So the hotel room is a private home, so we did it in a suite at the MGM.
And what a venue. Yeah, you looked over all
Oh,
of
it was
Vegas.
great.
That was incredible.
The only problem we had there was the helicopters flying over every.
Oh, really?
Yeah, going to Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that was like the perfect venue. It was great.
I think that was another one where you won the first 1 or 2 rounds, and then Devin,
I think I won the first 2.
Yeah.
And then he just totally changed up on me. And
yeah, that's Devin.
But like I said, I mean, it was tournament style. I mean, I pulled Travis first.
Right.
I don't know who he pulled first. I can't remember who he pulled first.
Yeah, I don't know. Yoshi was there.
Yoshi
Don Underwood.
Yoshi only got 1 pull in.
Yeah, that's right. He got injured, right?
Underwood snapped his bicep, his right bicep.
Right.
And I don't know who Devin's first round was. Devin's first round was maybe Richard Lupkus.
That could be it. He did pull Richard.
It might have been Richard Lupkus was his first round.
6-0'd him. Yeah.
Yeah, Richard, in my opinion, before Levan come around, was the strongest arm wrestler.
Yeah, I hear that a lot in terms of just raw horsepower. That guy had it. Still does.
But the technique wasn't there.
Yeah.
I hated teaching that guy stuff. He was so friggin' strong. You teach him one thing, and you end up killing you with it the next time you pull him.
Right. It's a dangerous dude.
Richard's a great guy. He doesn't have anybody to train with.
Right.
All he does is he lifts weights. So
is he in like the Midwest somewhere? I think.
Illinois.
Illinois. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, they had a big wheat farm. So him and his wife did personal training at the gym, and then they did I think a 400 or 500 acre wheat farm. They had.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, something of the sort.
Okay. And then fast forward a bit, Levan, right? So you pulled Levan 2019 at the top 8, and take us through that.
Oh my God, he was. Yeah, if you watched, I walked away laughing because it was like I have never hit a brick wall.
Was it the hand? Was it the arm? Was it everything? Take us through it. Everything.
It was just everything. He was just, and he doesn't hit.
Yeah.
He catches everybody, so it always looks like somebody gets ahead of him a little bit. You're not getting ahead of him.
Yeah.
You get that hit. You get a little bit past center, and all of a sudden he puts the horsepower on, and he drives right through you.
I was gonna say, what was his setup like? Was he loading? Was he dead loading? Was he clamping hard?
He'll do whatever if you load, he loads. If you don't load, he don't load.
Interesting. Okay.
He doesn't. This is what I try to tell people. He's so friggin' strong.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care how you set up. He'll set up any way you want. He doesn't fight. He doesn't. Normally that's what I do. I don't fight for setup. I just set up whatever way, and it's okay. But he didn't fight for a setup at all.
Yeah.
I even tried a sideways weak move on him.
Yeah.
I ended up my hand stopped in the middle. My arm kept going. I followed twice the last 2 rounds.
It's just no give in that hand. Yeah.
No, not at all. I tried to pop out of his hand to get up and over, but like I said, my hand was stuck. And
okay. So, I mean, we know Devin's going to pull out every trick in the book. He's always a nightmare to set up, at least in the recent years with WAL, King of the Table. Do you think Levan's going to match him in that craziness in the setup, or is he just going to sit there and just wait for Devin to stop?
No. The only thing that'll hurt Levan if he doesn't do something, is Devin can pump his hand up.
Yeah.
If Devin can pump his hand up, Devin's going to try to pump the blood pump the blood into his hand.
Right.
Travis, Devin, they're both really good at that.
Yeah.
So the longer he fatigues his hand, that if he can, like I said, it's all this if he can, I don't see him getting too pumped up. I mean, he's pulled 6 rounds tournaments, 6 round super matches, and he's never slowed down at the end.
Yeah, we don't have like really anything to go. I mean, we can go back to his WAF days before this current Levan and find some weaknesses, but
you can't go back there. I mean, he wasn't
Yeah.
He wasn't anywhere close to what he is now.
No, that's exactly right.
It's like me with Devin right now. I can't tell you how strong Devin is.
Yeah.
I've never pulled. The biggest Devin I pulled was 235.
Yeah, and here we have.
You know, and
right.
Right now, watching him pull Mike Todd, it's like holy shit.
Yeah, that was shocking. I don't think anybody saw that coming. Yeah,
I figured Devin was going to win.
Yeah,
but I didn't figure he was going to win like that.
No, it really wasn't close. So
I mean, I heard I don't know what rules they're using, or because you keep hearing about the rules. The rules. I don't think the strap setup. The strap is going to hurt Levan.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't think it's. I mean, it's going to help Devin, but I don't think it's going to hurt Levan. I mean, it makes it easier for Devin to hold, and Devin's not going to have to hold on to Levan is going to lock up on him.
Yeah.
So maybe it gives Devin a little better setup.
Well, I think it's all about that King's move. I think that's really where Devin's putting his eggs. I mean, he's got to hit that, and you need a strap for that.
How deep can you go in the King's move? I thought they outlawed the King's move in that.
Yeah, it's if you're on the losing side of the table, your humerus cannot be at a decline.
Downward angle.
Or there it is. Yeah, right there. Downward angle. So it's doable. We're not going to see like WAL 2019 Michael Todd style, like where you're just sunk down. But I mean, we've seen Devin pull it off on WAF pad. We've seen Michael Todd pull it off on WAF rules. So it's doable. Whether or not he can crack Levan's wrist, though, is another question.
I hope he knows when to let go, though, because I'm telling you, the guy's like a friggin' truck.
Yeah. No, you heard it here, Devin.
I hope Devin's got something up his sleeve, which it looks like he does.
Yeah.
We'll see, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think if Devin was ever going to get injured, he will do it here. I think he's going to leave it all on the table. And if he snaps up, then I think he's going to be like, well, you know what? I went down swinging. I really don't see him leaving anything behind, including injury. No. Yeah.
Well, he that's like pulling friggin' Evan Bourget.
Oh yeah.
That guy, that's how he wins. Evan will snap his arm before he'll lose.
Yeah.
He'll throw it all out. He throws it all out and he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Which is bad. I don't think it's a good way.
Yeah, not good. But I mean, Devin's at the age now where, I mean, if this ends his arm wrestling career, I think he'd go down with a smile, because I mean, this is the peak, right? This might be the strongest man we've ever seen on the table.
I think right now that's what he's going to do. It's going to be all or nothing with him on this one.
100%. Yeah, I think he's made that clear.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's been a lot of hype on it.
Yes.
We'll see.
So give us your prediction. Let's get you on record here. What do you think the final score is going to be?
If Devin wins anything, it'll be later rounds.
Yeah.
He's got to somehow try to tire him out.
Yeah.
He's not going to match. I'm not saying from experience, because I've never pulled this heavy Devin.
You're right.
But I can't see Devin being that strong. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I said, the guy was like, I felt like a little kid pulling him.
Yeah.
You know, and I was strong then. I was big and I was heavy. I was strong.
Yeah, well, you're in good company. I mean, ask Dave Chafee how he felt. I'm sure he'll give you a similar answer, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Dave needs to go back up to his other weight, his heavier weight. Dave's getting him, you know, there's people beating him now that shouldn't be beating him.
He's always had that injury, right? I see him in like in a neck brace sometimes at practice. I wonder how much that's impacting him. But he did look good against Kardashev, right?
He was very good against him.
Yeah.
Alex, another one with horsepower.
Yep.
Like him, he's pulling Corey West.
Yeah, who's 400 over 400. He was 200 kilos, so that's like 450 almost.
20 kilos is he? Wow, he's that heavy?
Yeah, he was 200 kilos.
That's 430, 435.
Yeah, I think mid 400s. Wow. Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah, but it's a huge opportunity for Corey. You know, he's kind of been at that like ankle biter level, not quite in the elites, but his name's thrown around. So if he gets a win here, he just shoots right up.
240 pounds. Holy shit, he's heavier than friggin'. I think Corey. I think Gardetch's going to win that one, unless he lets Corey get in his groove. Corey in his groove.
Yeah.
He's tough to beat. You know, you watch him. He's another one. Once he's there.
Yeah.
You ain't moving him. So as long as Alex keeps him on the outside,
right?
I think Corey doesn't have a chance. But if Corey gets him in,
Yeah.
Alex ain't gonna get him back out.
Yeah, well, we saw that against Todd Hutchings, right? That first round, Corey actually right to the pad. It was obviously Todd ended up winning, but we kind of got a taste of what Corey can do. But Kardeccia is going to be going that high outside move, and I don't know if Corey can handle it.
Yeah. Alex doesn't pull inside at all. From what I know of him.
Right.
And he's really strong right now, so we'll see.
Yeah.
And there's other shit about Arackley being so much lighter than
Marcio.
Marcio. It's 30 pounds. Marcio at that weight is tough.
Yeah.
But you're only talking, I mean, it's not like it's a 200-pound difference. It's not like a difference between Devin and Levan.
Exactly 100 pounds.
It's like 30 pounds. It's only 30 pounds between Arackley, and so don't count Arackley out.
Yeah. Well, why don't you give us your thoughts there? Who do you think has that match? Who's the advantage?
I think at Marcio's weight, Marcio probably has that advantage.
Okay.
But I wouldn't count Arackley out on that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's tough matches like that. It's like with Corey West and Alex. As long as Alex keeps him outside, Alex should have no problem.
Right.
But now on the other hand, with Marcio and
Arackley,
excuse me. Oh God, I brain fart.
That's all right.
You can't count that kid out. I mean, the kid's up and coming. All he's got to do is do what he does, and he's got a very good chance of winning.
Yeah, so, he does need a win now because he lost to Sasho, he lost to Hutchings. We're gonna see with Marcio. I mean, no shame in that, but
230 pounds is a beast.
Yeah,
Todd Hutchings at 200 pounds is a beast.
Yeah,
Todd's an animal.
Yeah,
he's just one of them. He's another guy that you got to break to beat sometimes.
Right. Yeah,
so,
and obviously Sasha's no slouch either.
Yeah, so it should be some good matches.
Yeah. Arackley's an interesting character because he kind of really started getting his name in the scene when that training footage with him and Levan came out. I don't know if you've seen it, but Levan is like struggling, and I think Arackley even pins him a couple of times. Now, we don't know the context there. How tired Levan.
Yeah, that's like I listen to some of these guys on this arm wrestle discussion.
Yeah,
they're taking. I just saw one today. They took a film from 12 years ago.
Yeah, Marcio
on TV beating John and Travis. Well, dude, that was 15 years ago.
It's
it's and they did another one. It was who was it? It was a newer one of Levan and an older one of Devin.
Yeah.
Oh no, excuse me. It was Devin beating John back in his heyday when Devin was like unbeatable. At that tournament, Devin went to, from what I heard from Travis and John, they couldn't touch it. Devin was like untouchable.
Yeah.
They couldn't move him. And then they went back to another match where Devin was 210 pounds or 215 pounds. And you try to compare it to Devin at 240 pounds or 235.
Yeah.
It's not, you can't compare the two. It's not comparable.
That's right.
It just makes me ill listening to all these predictions. The guys, and they've never even met these guys.
Right.
You know what I mean? Never mind tied up with them. Your opinion's one thing, but these guys this is law.
Yeah.
So
that's the internet for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like say if you tie up with somebody ties up with them, then you got a little bit to talk about.
Yeah. So back, I don't know, not even that long ago, Devin he kind of would dive in off the go. Do you remember? And he would catch in a very defensive hook position.
Yes.
Do you think we might see that here? I mean, if not the King's move every round, what do you expect to see from Devin?
I expect to see him doing whatever he needs. He needs to, for one, he needs to pull Levan the first round to see where his strength is.
Okay, so first round's going to be a feeler. Probably not going to go well, but
yeah. So I don't see Devin diving in on him.
Okay.
Devin's got two chances: either get out on his fingers.
Yep.
Where his hand's not so strong, which I couldn't do.
Yeah.
Or tire his hand out. How he does that, I don't know. A guy that probably works out 8 hours a day, how do you wear him out?
Yeah, it's gonna be that's why I think his King moves the best bet, because I don't see how long Levan could really train for that. I just don't think there's many good Kings movers out in that Georgian area that I can think of. I mean, although to be fair, Gennady had great showing against Michael Todd's king move, and there's another Georgian.
Yeah, but so I mean, so somehow they're training.
Yeah.
But the thing, you can't lose your wrist with the king's move. You lose your wrist, you lose your hand.
Yeah.
Once you lose it one time, if you don't correct it, you lose all the blood in your hand.
Yeah.
So diving in and trying to press it on a king's move, well, you better hope you're going to do that the next round too.
Yeah, that's right. It's like quicksand. So do you think? I mean, the betting lines right now are shutout stakes in favor of Levan. So Devin only needs to win one to win the staking on stakings. Do you think Devin will get that one round? If you had to bet,
I wouldn't bet 6-0 on anybody.
Okay,
that's just my opinion. I wouldn't bet 6-0 on anybody.
Right. I mean, just the variable of fouls. Maybe Levan catches a couple of fouls. You never know.
I couldn't. But I don't see the fouls.
Really?
No.
He is WAF trained, so
yeah. Devin could foul because Devin's going to be playing games.
Right.
I wouldn't go 6-0 on anybody.
Yeah.
But Levan wants to go out undefeated.
That's right.
So it's if Devin beats in one round, he kind of screws up his legacy.
Yeah.
So maybe that's Devin's thing,
Yeah. What a hell of a statement from Levan. He's not going to lose a single round for the rest of his professional career. That is a ludicrous statement, but so far he's kept his promise.
He I mean it's gonna be tough to start. Like I said, when he pulled Vitali.
Yeah.
Vitali gave him a hell of first couple rounds.
Yeah. It was in the center for a good 4 or 5 seconds before Levan overpowered him.
Well, I think he by letting him hit, he let Vitali get up over the top of him on the first round.
Yeah.
That's when Vitali got all his leverage on him.
Right.
But I mean, you didn't see him tire out all 6 rounds.
That's true.
We in PAL we have to pull 6 rounds.
Yeah.
Win or lose, it goes a minimum of 6 rounds.
Yeah.
So he's used to pulling that 6 rounds.
People also often cite Ungerbayev's match against Levan, and people say that Ungerbayev cracked his fingers back a bit. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, of course.
It was surprising.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, you're taking a guy that's all he does is arm wrestle. Just like Levan, it's all he does is arm wrestle. So if he caught an angle on him for that match,
right?
He's trained for that for 4 months. That specific angle,
right.
And then Levan adjusted, and he didn't get it again.
Yeah,
So.
And from what it looks like, this is an even bigger and stronger Levan than we had back in 2019. Which is terrifying. Yeah.
I heard he was 414 at one point.
Jeez. Yeah. And I think he's 33 years old. So there's no reason to think he's not going to get even better, which is just.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
I feel like you mentioned one time in practice about his cardiovascular shape going up a hill. Didn't you say that was a little concerning?
We went and saw the orangutans in the forest in Malaysia.
Right. As you do.
At the bottom of this big hill. He had a hard time getting up the hill.
Right. So do you think that maybe is a sign that Devin might be able to take a later round, or do you think it's not going to matter on the table?
It could.
It could.
I mean, is a big difference between getting that 400-pound body up a big hill. I mean, we were in the woods, traipsing through the woods for quite a while too. So I mean, and it was like breathing water. Right. It was so humid. So maybe that, it wasn't just climbing up the hill.
It was a combination. Yeah.
It was a combination, but still, he was heavy. He was lighter then than he is now.
Yeah. Fair.
So that gives Devin a door.
Yeah. Got to play the long game, and that's Devin's jam.
I think that's what he's planning on. So we'll see.
Awesome.
I would like to say I could see Devin winning the whole thing, but I don't.
Yeah.
That guy's like hitting a Mack truck. It's crazy how strong he is.
Yeah. Well, you would know. So
yeah.
All right. Well, that's great, Tim. Again, you are on a very short list of people who have had super matches with both the competitors. So thank you so much for your thoughts there. I tend to agree with you. I'm rooting for Devin, obviously. underdog, North
Well,
America.
they're both. I'm friends with both those guys.
Yeah.
I talk to Levan all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the one guy that come on and said Levan was, I don't remember who it was. Levan and Igor were arguing. You know, Levan got screwed over, blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
My kid told me about it. So I watched the video and then I called Levan.
Wait, screwed over with this King of the Table event or back when the top
just
eight?
the top eight and all kinds of
Okay.
stuff. And I called Levan. Levan's
Yeah.
like, no, ain't true. You
Okay.
know, I never had an argument with Igor. I was like, why do people talk bullshit? You know,
They love the drama, man.
Yeah, but how many people in the world can call Levan and say, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know, so they got to believe what they hear.
Right.
You know?
I mean, I get the sense I get from Levan is that he's a pretty nice dude. Is that kind of the
God.
vibe?
He is as scary as he looks.
Yeah.
He's so laid back. They got to yell at him when he does interviews because he talks so softly. He's just like so soft spoken.
There you
go. He'd do anything for you. He's a super nice guy.
Oh, well, that's good to hear.
That's Devin. As much as Devin is chewing at him, Devin's a nice guy too.
Right.
He's not that. This is WAL created Devin.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't what Devin's really like.
Right. You got to pump up those PPV numbers, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. That's what the kid keeps telling me.
Yeah. Although I will say Levan, I mean, he can turn it on when it's go time. I mean, I
he gets
walking up to the stage. He is just
he's
redlined. Yeah. So when it's go time, he's a scary dude. But off the table, no need for the drama. So I respect that.
No, he's like the nicest fucking guy. He's just super nice. Like I said, Devin's. I called Devin once years ago. I'm like, you know, what the hell are you doing with this? It's WAL persona.
Yeah.
And he's just, I don't know. I don't want to bust his persona.
Yeah. Well, I think he said in an interview, he loves this stuff, you know, the hype, the showmanship stuff, the lead up. He just loves it.
Devin, I consider both those guys friends.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you got to remember though, it's hard to insult some of those guys overseas. Don't take bullshit insults.
Yeah.
Lightly. You know, like someone like Engin Terzi.
Oh,
you can't kid around with Engin. You can't kid that way. You know, the way I could kid around with you or with Devin or, you know, somebody North American. You can't do that with some of those European guys. They don't take shit like that lightly.
Yeah, different culture.
They don't. I mean, it's like the Russians said with us smiling. Why don't you guys smile? Oh, we say smiling for something worth smiling about.
Right.
The Americans smile everything.
Right. Every picture. Yeah.
So Levan's probably twisted up pretty hard right now.
Yeah. There's some footage coming out. They're both in Dubai now. I was doing the weigh-ins. I think there's a press conference tonight. So seems cordial enough, but
yeah, I can see the looks on both their faces though.
Really? Oh, you think there's some?
It's not a good. Yeah, Levan don't look happy. Levan's always 90% of the time he's smiling. I ain't seen him smiling on any of the pictures yet.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he's not like when they were sitting right next to each other. Why was somebody sitting in between them and they Levan wasn't even looking at him.
That was a weird I don't know what was going on there. Yeah, there's a picture of Devin and Levan sitting down, but then this dude like separating them. Very, very strange.
Levan, I mean, Devin's looking over at Levan. Levan ain't even looking at him.
Yeah.
You know, that's like, that's not good. I mean, Devin speaks German or Polish, I think.
German, yeah, I think is
German.
Yeah.
So he can communicate with Levan.
He can. Levan speaks German.
No, there's a couple of languages that are close enough.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Where there's like they're not. It's not fluent. They can't fluently talk.
Right.
But like Devin could talk to Andre. Enough. There's enough where they communicate a little bit.
Sorry, which Andre? Evangelista? Oh,
no, Andre Pushkar.
Oh, Pushkar. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we're in Vegas. Oh, for I think it was the one where Devin like humiliated him left-handed.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a fluent, but it's enough enough of a little bit here and there. You can communicate a little bit.
Fair enough. And when you call him, do you have to have a translator, or does Levan speak enough English?
I text him. I don't speak, directly to him.
Right.
I speak English.
Yeah.
I say dirty words in Spanish. That's about as far as I go.
Fair enough. Awesome. All right. Well, Tim, thank you so much. Can't wait this Saturday. Practice first.
Well, you're not going to practice this Saturday, are you?
No, I won't be there this Saturday. If you can't tell everyone, I'm a little under the weather. But the event though is at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And get it on apps.coresports.tv. Get the King of the Table 4 package. Support King of the Table. We'll get more of them, and hopefully get Tim on one of these. So
we'll see. I'm washed up, don't you know?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're done. Everyone in the world can be. We know the drill. All right. Well, thank you so much, Tim, and
all right, brother.
We'll soon. Just want to remind everyone to sign up for the free arm wrestling newsletter at armwrestlingforums.com. Just put your email in right there, and you'll be signed up every Monday. An email goes out. Looks something like this. You have a featured match. You have some general happenings, interesting pictures, takes, threads across the internet, and of course some arm wrestling memes. So armwrestlingforums.com. Put your email in and join the newsletter. Thanks.